Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another video. We're still in Unit 5, but we're starting a new body system today, the excretory system, that helps you excrete waste. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So your worksheet looks like this. So today's aim is, how does our body control metabolic waste byproducts, or our metabolism? And the first question is, how does our body rid itself of toxic waste? And you hopefully can already remember one way that our body rids itself of toxic waste, which is by exhaling carbon dioxide. But you may already be able to think of some other ways of ridding our body of toxic waste, right? But carbon dioxide, we exhale it through our lungs in the respiratory system. But let's talk about some of these other metabolic wastes to give you an idea of maybe how our other body systems, get you start thinking how our other body systems excrete their toxic waste. So the metabolic waste of humans include carbon dioxide, which we already talked about, water, which we also know is a byproduct of cell respiration, salts, and urea. Excretory wastes pass from the cells into the blood and are carried to the excretory organs that expel them from the body. The excretory organs include the lungs, liver, sweat glands, and kidneys. So, our metabolic wastes include carbon dioxide, water, salt, and urea. And how does each organ excrete waste? Well, we're about to talk specifically, but I want you to hypothesize in a word or two how each one works. The lungs, obviously, we just said we exhale carbon dioxide. Your sweat glands, it might be in the name. Your liver might be a little bit harder for you to come up with on your own, but your kidneys, what are your kidneys connected to? What are they filtering? Might give you an idea. So pause this video and finish those, but then we're about to go through the answers. Okay, so have a hypothesis, one or two words for each one of those, but we're about to go through how each organ excretes waste specifically. So part B, examples. Lungs are involved in the excretion of carbon dioxide and water vapor. And this is a lung inflating and deflating, and you can see the healthy lung is able to take in more oxygen and excrete more carbon dioxide, which is important. Our sweat glands are involved in the excretion of salt, water, and small amounts of urea. When the body becomes too warm, extra heat is lost through sweating or perspiration, which is just another word for sweating. And when you buy deodorants that prevent you from sweating, they're called antiperspirants, for preventing you from sweating, antiperspiration. Evaporation of sweat removes heat and cools the body. This process allows for the regulation of temperature, which is part of regulating homeostasis. Sweat is made up of 98% water, 2% salt, and very little urea, because we get out that urea a different way. Our kidneys filter urea from the blood to make urine, made up of millions of nephrons, which are the subunits of the kidneys, which do the actual filtering. So, our kidneys are, when you think excretory system, the organ that you should have in mind are the kidneys, and the actual functional units of the kidneys are the nephrons. So let's talk about the urinary system, and that's the primary system within our excretory system that you want to focus on. So the urinary system consists of the kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder, and urethra. So the kidneys filter urea from the blood to make urine. The ureters are the tube through which urine passes. You can see there that tube between the kidney and the urinary bladder. The urinary bladder is your bladder where urine is actually stored, and your urethra is the tube that carries urine outside of the body where you actually urinate through. And I believe that is the last thing. You don't need to write anything on those. Although, if I'm not mistaken, we just skipped the liver. Give me one sec to share with you the liver. All right, so the liver breaks down excess ammonia to form urea, which is then sent to the kidneys. So that's where some of that urea comes from. And bile is also produced in the liver, which aids in the breakdown of fats and also breaks down red blood cells when they're done. So when they're no longer being used, they're broken down and then they can be turned into new red blood cells, and that happens in the bone marrow. But all right, today's aim was, how does the body rid itself of metabolic waste? And that was excretory system day one. Go ahead and complete the exit ticket, and hopefully that was a good introduction to the excretory system, but we'll talk more about it tomorrow. See you guys then. Bye.